Hello, welcome again to the fourth video of the series. So in this video, we'll see how we can work on the GSP or the website server-side programming. So for the server-side programming, we'll use the Java server pages. So I hope the web server has been configured on your machine. So because it is required to check and to execute the Java server pages on. So GSP technology is used to create the dynamic web pages or creating the complete lab application like the Servlet technology do. But we can thought of as it is an extension of the Servlet because it provides a more functionality than the Servlet. Even the GSP pages are very simple to create because it's containing only the HTML tags and the combinations of some GSP tags, while the Servlet was written in the complicated or a typical Java programming. So before moving to the GSP tags, we must understand the GSP lifecycle. So three methods are required to, or the three methods are associated with every GSP page. If I create a very simple GSP page for displaying content like welcome, so still if we need to execute these pages, there should be the associated three methods. Like the first is your GSP init method, second is your GSP service method, and GSP destroy method. So GSP init methods invoke only once during their life cycle. So let's suppose at only the first instance, if I execute my first welcome GSP page, so it will be invoked only once. So if the particular GSP page is requested by many users, so at every time it will call. So your web server will call the GSP services method. So its main multiple times it can be invoked. It totally depends on how many times of the user are requesting for the same page. But the GSP destroy, so similar like the GSP init, the GSP destroy method also invoked only once. So if it is destroyed and if you want to again execute the same page like the welcome.jsp, so you need to start from the init method because now it is not initiated. So you need to initiate it first, then you can only use the services of the similar pages. So here we will use the three types of GSP tags. The first is your scriptlet tags, expression tags, and declaration tags. So the scriptlet tags is required if you want to execute any kind of Java service code. You can use the scriptlet tag. But with the problem with the Java scriptlet tag is that if you want to print some Java source or some output over the screen, so you need to use the out object. Like out.println method is required to display the content which is that is getting from the Java source code, and all the Java source code statements should be terminated by the semicolon, while the expression tag, the code placed within the Java expression tag, is written to the output stream of the response. So here in the Java expression set, whatever you written inside the Java expression tags all should be, by default it will be printed on the display or the output stream which is connected. So how I'm showing you how you can write a very basic JSP program. So just open your exam control panel so that we can start the servers. So once you open the XAMPP control panel, just click on the Apache. Let's wait for enabling the ports. Open the MySQL, but it's not required right at that moment because it is needed when we connected with the database. And click on the Tomcat. Let's wait. Yeah, all are ready. So now just open a one Chrome page and just click 127.0.01 and just search for the port number. So here the port number is 800. So 800. So 127.0.0.1 colon 8080. Let's wait for the dashboard. Yeah, if you get the display or the content, and if you are redirected to the dashboard, it's mean your Tomcat is running perfectly. Now I'm just writing a very simple JSP page, so it is nothing. So I just remove this part because it is related to the JSP. So it seems like it is pretty simple HTML page that started with the HTML tags having the heads and the body. So if you want to print anything over the browser display, so that should be maintained under this. So welcome to my page. So it is a very simple static HTML page. If you want to make it a more dynamic, or if you want to create as a JSP page, then we need to use some tags. So the first tag is the scriptlet tag. So if scriptlet tag is used to execute anything which is Java based, so out is an object which is connected with the screen of your web browser. So whatever, so it's stream, so it is connected with the stream. So the out is an object, and there is a method that is name is the println. So if I want to print hello students, right? So if I want to print this hello students, and if I want to display this simple statement over the screen, so this should be enclosed under the scriptlet tag. So scriptlet tag is always started with these special kinds of symbols, and every statement should be terminated by the semicolon. So that is the limitation of the scriptlet tags, right? So now the another part is to store your server, your web pages. So before saving this page, I'm showing you where actually all the necessary file must be stored to execute as a JSP pages. So just open the C drive. So under the C drive, whenever you install the XAMPP folder, it requires a one folder. So I recommend you to please specify or to create a new folder. So here I'm creating a one new folder here. So under this folder you can see the Apache is here, FileZilla is here, and you can see phpMyAdmin is here. Even you will get some MySQL folder is also there. So where all the backups and all the binary files of the MySQL will be created. Similarly, we have a Tomcat. So just search for the folders of either with the name of XAMPP or with the name of any special name, right? So under this you just find the Tomcat folder. Under the Tomcat there is a web apps, and create a new folder with the help of either you can use a right click. With the help of this you can create a folder and rename it as any name, whatever you want. So I'm creating a one text JSP, right? So here in the text JSP, and now I am saving this file. So click on save as. So on C drive there is a new folder. Under new folder there is a Tomcat folder. Under Tomcat folder there is a web apps. There is a web apps. I already created one folder name, that is test JSP. You can use any name for your folder, and just please remember whatever the notepad or the textpad you are using by any version, just always your file should be enclosed by double quotes. And for saving this file, so you can give any name. You can give it. So I'm just using the test JSP as a file name, right? So my file name is test JSP, while the extension of this file is .jsp. Please remember this, the file extension of the JSP should be .jsp, right? So and this file dot extension should be enclosed by double quotes, and just click on the save. Yes, because it is already available there, so it will override, right? And so I'm just giving file name. Was the file name double quotes. I'm just writing here, so you can use it, right? To test a JSP.jsp. So you can give any name like my JSP also. but your file extension should be .jsp, right? So I'm deleting this. So now open your Google Chrome, right? Now I'm writing one address here, so how I can access this? So right, okay, so now, so better to write the address first here. So your address is 127.0.0.1 right? So if I don't use this one. So if I write, if I use this address over the URL, I will get the test port, right? Is that fine? Yes. So if I want to access my GSP folder and the default page, if the test.jsp, which was created by me, and that is stored under this folder test.jsp. So test.jsp is your folder name, and under this folder they are having a one test.jsp.jsp file, right? So copy this thing, or you can use like this, test.jsp.jsp. Welcome to my page. Hello friends. Right, so now I'm utilize this tag. So I'm taking a string variable name is name and Naveen. Let's suppose my name is Naveen, right? So I've created a one object, and the object name is actually the name, and which is utilized it here. So if I want to print it onto the screen, right, so I'm using it. My name is, so for concatenating the different string you need to use the plus symbol. So it is actually a string, static string, and I'm concatenating a string object. So now the string name is an object that containing another string, right? So now with the help of this scriptlet tag, we can create some variable and objects, and that these objects can be reused, right? So but we remember that, so every scriptlet tag or statement should be terminated by the semicolons.